Thomas. Hi. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to meet you.
Look what I have.
Oh my word!
Look what I have on my
that.
desk. You will sign it later for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Into a new chapter of Chelsea history, there is a new man demanding that they deliver.
So you come and arrive at the bridge, and it's Wolves. I covered the game, so your first game, and you go straight into
This shape.
the shape that I loved myself, because I loved it when I was a manager.
Where did you play?
Well, no, I
Right.
wish I could have played in that system.
One of these two?
One of them two.
Yeah, of course.
But I never did.
Yeah.
We always played 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Strict, you know, it was too straight. That was our problem. And that's why with England, and when I came to Chelsea, I tried to do this. We didn't quite have the players. But this is the system that I loved. So why, my question was, you went straight into the three and the wing backs. Why?
Because we had the players,
You had the
like
players.
exactly
Yeah.
the other way around.
Yeah.
I believed we had the players,
Yeah.
and I didn't have too much time to watch too many games Chelsea because it was like done in
Of course.
2.5 days or something, like call and negotiation and
Of
let's
course.
go.
Yeah. So
We knew they played it before with Antonio Conte.
Yeah.
So there were several reasons. And then we knew, okay, we had Aspi, our captain, and I wanted to have the captain on the pitch. And we knew he played this role
played
in
there,
the
yeah.
back three with Antonio Conte.
Yeah.
And then we went through the team.
So-
we had a double six, so from there
Yeah,
we
in
thought,
the
like,
two
come on,
holding
we also
players.
do a 5 because it fits very, very good to the opponents to defend. Yeah,
Coming away from that game, because I think it was 0-0, but you dominated the game.
yeah, 0-0.
And coming away from the game, I was thinking, I wonder if he stays, because Frank tried
Me
it a few
too.
times.
Me too.
I wonder if they stay with
Yeah,
this
me too.
template or they change it.
It
back
was
to the
just
4.
for this game,
Yeah.
because we said we wanted to give very quick, easy messages, and I said, like, okay, let's be always 3 against 2 here,
Yeah.
that they don't catch us here, and if we do a mistake, we still have 3 against 2 superiority, and they don't have the advantage on the wing backs.
Yeah.
From there we go.
So you matched
So but we did so good, and the game was not so enjoyable to watch. But from the sideline, there was such good behavior within the structure.
Yeah, you saw them.
That I
working
thought,
well.
like, actually, in the next day, we said, like, in the meeting,
Let's
we
stay
can
with this.
We can stay with it.
Yeah.
And then whom do we play next? And
you-
the next match was Burnley, 4-4-2, and it fitted again
easy.
good against 3 against 2.
I
so
always
I
felt
thought, like, okay,
this
let's do it
system
again.
when you play against 4-4-2,
It's
makes it
difficult to play with a 4-4-2 against it.
I used to like playing against it. The only
Yeah.
problem was the fullbacks
Yeah.
you have to deal
Yes.
with. Obviously, when you've got the 2
Yeah.
up, but you've got the little inside forward. The key for me, what do you see this guy as the key?
Yeah.
You've got,
Of course.
he's the key of that back 3.
Thiago Silva.
Silva is. I was going to say.
Yeah, it's made for him. Like
it's
in
made.
this kind of league, with
Yeah.
his age, his
In a 4, I don't think I don't think he'd want to be coming out here
He
or
doesn't.
being
I mean,
stretched, but he doesn't have to,
I was
does he?
lucky enough that I coached him in Paris. He was my captain in Paris, and he has that kind of behavior. In a back 4, he does not like to
come out there,
to come out
Yeah.
and cover. He stays and protects the
And he
goal, which
doesn't
is
need
fair
to,
enough.
does he?
No, he does not need
Now
to.
he doesn't need to. But for me, and this is why I played a 3 at the back, was with the ball. My
Yeah.
main thing was with the ball, to give your opponents the major problem. But he gives you, I mean, Christensen does it okay.
Yeah.
There's other players in the, Cody does it okay for Wolves. But this man here, he just seems to pick the pass that hurts you. As the opponent, he will pick a pass to your pocket players here, your number 10s through the, and then he's got the diagonal. This is the player for me that and when Thiago's playing, when I'm covering Chelsea and I think, oh, he's playing good. Just going to the wing backs, Thomas.
Yeah.
There's times, obviously, when you have to go into the 5, and we've just clipped a little clip here where I think this is against Norwich, where the press is still on, but the 5 are there, and we're looking at Reece James, how the wing backs are so important, the development of how when he goes.
And then he goes.
That's beautiful.
Goes at full speed. Yeah. He goes through the line. Yeah. And he needed to be deep because they had 4 strikers.
They put the wide men up against you, and they force you back to a 5.
Yeah.
And that's the slight problem. Here again, we just see the importance of the wing backs getting forward. The James and Chilwell are this time on the other side, but they're level. They're at level in the last third. Is that what you encourage them to be in the same position? Whereas maybe back they might be a little bit slightly different when the ball's deeper, but as you get forward, every time I see Chelsea, the opposite wing back is always in sync with the other side, left and right.
I think in attack, the opposite wing back on the other side plays a huge role. But they don't have to be on the same height all the time.
No.
It can be like where the ball is, they can be deeper and help because they're needed to help and have the overload on the side to have a combination play. But on the other side, on the diagonal switch, he needs to arrive, and it sometimes also. Can even be in half field.
Yeah, and I think what I used to say, up until there, sometimes the opposite needs to be, if you lose it, you might have to get on the cover. Of course. You can't be too early. Yeah. So it's as you progress through the pitch, that's where I think Chelsea, whoever it is,
it's complex. Sometimes it's also necessary that you come in even here, like when they play here, that you don't get isolated, you don't isolate yourself because the distance can be quite long.
Yeah.
So you don't.
There's one thing that I'd like to ask you, which I wasn't planning to ask you, but we're talking about wing backs. This year, is there a slight difference sometimes where these are coming inside?
Yeah, sometimes.
And Quell does it more than anyone. He loves to arrive in here.
Yes, he loves it.
And then your pocket player, your 10, goes out wide.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a slight difference.
They need to take care about each other.
When
he's pinning players here, he can be in the inside. He can be in the half.
Which is another change.
I believe we need them, the 2-6 first of all, with a short connection to the back three.
To shield.
To have the for the build-up, the short connections, to go from build-up to the attacking phase. And then the all five need to be high up the pitch to close all the spaces.
And that's the beauty of it, the 5 attacking players that you end up having.
Yeah.
Because these two are balancing off beautifully. And also these come out as well.
Yes,
that's where you cause so many problems for people. When I see them, these outside centre-backs can go. I mean, Rudiger, the crowd getting going, he goes.
The crowd,
he loves to go all the way.
The louder the crowd is, the more he goes.
We can just see here that the 5 attacking players there in this clip against Newcastle. Yeah. And you've got your 2 holding players. That's just what was set up there on the board. Yeah. And that's the problem, that you get an overload in the end. Is it Alonso's gone right into the penalty area? So you've ended, and look at the opposite wing back. He's in the box. You've got
they need to be in the box, and they need to have also the freedom. You know, they need to have in the end. The 5 players need to have the freedom to find their positions and to adapt to what the opponents offers to us. So they don't think about in this moment. They only should think about scoring goals, and not about covering against the counterattack.
They've got
these 2 have to be as high up the pitch as possible.
So the balance is always perfect.
Not always, but
it
is about the balance, and they have to put in the effort when we are attacking.
So we're never asking these to go. Maybe occasions, but maybe Kante does it.
You can go.
I mean, Liverpool and Man City have got this. They don't play with a number 9, and you've now. With Havertz going up there, I think. How do you see Havertz? Do you see him as a 9, a half 9, or a rotate? No 9. It's in.
I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
I see a kind of a bit of Dennis Bergkamp, Robin van Persie, Berbatov kind of player.
Yeah.
He can play in the half position, I think, because he has good runs, but he is also feels free from the 9, and creates overloads to one side, and he arrives in the
He's prepared to go out here, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And here, and then
it's
arrive in the box.
Not always an advantage, but he has a good timing for it.
I think would we say that's how he played for Leverkusen? Right. When I saw him play there, I thought he played right at the top.
Position,
he played
many
more
games
at the top when he was scoring them goals.
And I was like, when I watched him in Leverkusen, did not know that I once will coach him. But when I was in Paris, and we watched, of course, Leverkusen because they had an interesting squad, and especially also for him, and they made him play as a 9. Yeah. Was very interesting, and was like I said. I remember when I watched I think cup final or something against Bayern with my staff, and said this could be a good role for him.
Yeah, good position.
Let's see.
But for me, he looks like he's almost like a target man. You can play him as a little bit of a target, but he's actually...
But like you see, he's used to play from the half field, which makes him very fluid, and gives a certain edge. And I mean, like Liverpool and City are the benchmark, and they are setting the standards over the last years. And it's like you say, they don't have a real reference number 9 up front, and so it is like...
You can only play that system, for me, when you have the ball. When you know in the last third that you're going to have so much of the ball that no one needs to be your focal point. If you haven't got that, you can't play that. You need that little focus, possibly. But I think at the moment, this guy, Havertz, is doing both jobs for you.
Yeah, yes.
He really is.
It's very, very good at the moment.
He's been fantastic. So, I love the system, love watching you play, and...
Thanks.
Lovely.
It's a good...
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you.
Thanks.
God bless.
Same.